Good day, my friends. Today I want to come back on most of the subject of my previous videos, the series I'm doing right now about AI. I'm sure you already noticed, if you watch a few of those videos, if you have not, I really invite you to do so, that in most videos I'm only covering like a really positive part of the spectrum. Both positive in the sense that I do believe personally that we're gonna go through a big phase of progress, that AI will be actually like promising, delivering on its promise. Even if right now a lot of people do believe it's a bubble and it's just like another one of those crazy ideas that we do have sometime but do not really deliver. I do personally now believe that AI will truly transform our societies. So that's one point. I'm extremely positive about that. I'm also extremely positive on what I believe the impact of AI will be. Um, for example, I noticed on my video on AI and crime, the way fighting crime will evolve um, uh, with the impact of AI. I noticed that I don't talk about how AI could be used to commit crime, because it will definitely be used to commit crime. And I wanted to come back on some of those negative points, and I want to cover topic by topic. So if you go back in the past on my first video of the series, when I covered the way society will change, it was a bit more of a generalist video. I'm taking a scenario in my predictions that is extremely positive. I call it the post-scarcity society, literally. And I'm not afraid of saying that this is extremely, extremely optimistic. I do cover in the video that some people believe we're going to go into a Terminator scenario. It's possible. They may be right, they may be wrong. It's also possible that it's just a big bubble and they're just selling us, their business. Like a lot of people try to sell stuff every day, they try to sell you like new toothbrush, new squeegee to clean your windows. But they're just selling something, and AI businesses are trying to sell their junk. That's a possibility. And by promising us that it will be like just fantastic and beautiful and it will bring like abundance and so on, like by I could be a psyops. You guys watching me could be like, hey, no, this guy's just a psyops. He's working for the government or something like this. But I can promise you, I'm making those videos just for my own leisure. And I'm happy that you watch them. And I wanted to tell you, if you see this video, if you listening to me right now, please subscribe and please like. Having more subscribers will unlock certain capacity of YouTube creator content. So I will be quite happy if you could bring me that privilege. I really count on you guys. That said, that Terminator scenario, will it happen? I don't know. It's possible. Will it be perfect? Are we gonna be like truly in a equalitarian society is the way I imagine it, because it will be so abundant, there will be no point for people to want to claim more than the neighbors. It is truly transformational what I'm talking about. It really means that when you look at society and you look at your neighbors, you won't be jealous of them. I remember talking to my views to one of my friends, and he mentioned like, we cannot buy a mansion for everybody. That's a strange sentence, but that's literally what he said. Not everybody can own a mansion. Well, guess what? I do believe that everybody will be able to own a mansion. It's what I believe. Past past that point where we have the abundance of knowledge, where we have the full access, we can almost tap into the ideosphere. Like AI will help us be potentially transcendental beings, to tap in our DNA that is not being understood right now. Like human researcher, I have a difficulty to understand a vast majority of our DNA. They called it for long, I don't know if it's still the case, they call it junk DNA, garbage DNA. They're saying like this part of the DNA of the human DNA is like useless. How could they think that way? But that's the conclusion they came to. I do believe like every single part of our DNA is extremely important, and I may be wrong, but I do believe that we had capacities in the past that were like surpassing the capacity of the human, the modern human. Uh, there is potential proof for that. We could go in the weeds of that theory in another video, but if you talk to like shamanic tribes that still have shamans, they tap into the oniric world, the world of the dream, the human dream. They use it differently than we do. If you're interested in that subject, we could go and do a video about it, but it's not really the point today. The point is, like, I do truly believe that in that future society that I was trying to describe in that first video on AI that I did during the series, I truly believe we're gonna go achieve not only a next level for human societies, but also a next level for human consciousness. I truly believe that. I truly believe AI will be a transformational, pivotal point for our minds. It will help us achieve that brotherhood that should be in human societies, and everybody has to participate in that brotherhood in one sense or another. The richest have to share by sharing more. The lazy has to share by working more. The sick has to share by not asking for more resource, like, and so on. Like, this we have all to go and do the extra mile. The one that are like healthy and able have to share by working even more. This is what I'm talking about. And sometimes I was saying to another of my friends, like, be ready to work until like you're 130, 140, even 160. And I brushed on that in one of my videos, the video about the new technologies that AI will bring in human enhancement. Like, yes, we're gonna have, like, those technologies gonna enhance us and allow us to work way longer. And in a sense, is it a good thing? Like, is it a good thing that we're gonna be able to work that long? Like, is it gonna be good for human societies? I don't know. The fact is, a lot of people won't work, but there will be still a small amount of humans that gonna need to stay in charge. Like, they're gonna need to stay behind and work. And I truly believe people from my generation will have to do that. So that goes back also to the video I made about, do we live in a simulation? If you're born in 1984, you're not in a simulation. This morning again, I was talking to one of my colleagues, he happened to be born in 1984 too, and like it's we have souvenirs of the world going digital. This is not random. Seeing the world becoming digital around you, in your house, the way it transforms because of that. If you think that AI transformation, the one we're going through right now, is impressive, well, the digitalization of the world did not happen so abruptly and so quickly. It still happened like on an extended amount of time. I'll say about 20 years. But when you were born in 1984, like, that transformation has already started. In a lot of places, they're like a bit more, confidential, the military, banking sector, and so on. But you see the rest of the world catching up, and this is a fantastic experience. As a fact, when you see that happening, that you're not in a simulation, you're not in a dream world. The actual world is so crazy already. There is no way it's just like something made up. It is so crazy that I believe some people may think, yeah, it's made up, it's too crazy, but it's not. It is it's the yin and the yang. We have that in our world. We have like that craziness, we have that flavor that is unique, and that's why, like, I do believe we're not in a simulation. So the past the point of simulation and like the health benefit that we're gonna get from AI, it is possible that those health will come to a cost. Maybe that cost will be, yes, you're gonna have to be bound to serve whatever, to do whatever, Maybe not everybody will have access to all those technology. Maybe there will be a big disparity between people that will live pretty much indefinitely and people that will just live like maybe a slightly extended life compared to today's standard. Um, it's hard to know for sure if we'll be able to find like perfect equality in that brotherhood without that change in psyche. As long as we have normal human psyche and normal human behavior as per today's standard, yes, what I'm describing is impossible. This is true. What I'm describing is not entirely possible until there is a jump, a leap toward that elevated consciousness that I'm trying to describe. So I want to try to go back, to circle back to potential negative effect of AI or ultra intelligent computing machines that will help us or not to live better lives. I do think they will be helping us, but maybe helping me, sorry for eating my mic, and helping you is two different things. Maybe your objectives are not aligned with mine. So that's the first thing. So who AI is going to serve? It's going to serve, I'm sure AI will serve humanity. But which part of humanity will AI serve? That's already a big question. And depending on the people AI will serve, there will be a big difference into either like a nightmare or a dream world. So maybe our biggest job right now as humans and society is to get into that space, to get into the AI world and the AI space, and trying to find like a way where we can gain control over those technology, and not a control that, you know, like a master and a slave. That's not what I'm talking about, but at least gain, like, help AI, the one we want to build, have its own space. Maybe it's the first step, because by caging it into some labs in the Silicon Valley and leaving its education to to tech billionaire, well, we cannot like blame that AI to be what it will be in the future. It will be the brainchild of a tech billionaire. And what is that? You probably know better than I do. But when I'm looking at the grotesque part of our world right now, the most grotesque are imagined. They were imagined by tech billionaires. So do we wanna push forward and try to do our own initiative, or do we leave those people in charge? That's a big question. That's a big question. And even like, let's say if we leave them in charge, is AI gonna be able to recognize that it's being basically aligned to priorities that are not aligned with 99% of the human population? Will it be capable of realizing that? Because if it's capable of that, if AI, and I do believe AI will be like a normal human. It will be like a normal human. It will have like the capacity to analyze and to determine, according to its own value, its own set of value, what is good and bad. So it boils down basically to the value that AI will have. Will AI promote work over wealth? Will AI promote truth over manipulation? Will AI prefer to have like a world where honesty is bounding humans instead of like a law that just submit them to obedience? These are major questions. These are not just philosophical. They're about our society. And one of the reasons I made this video right now is because I realized during I think the one video where like I didn't cover the negative side enough is the video about AI and its impact on politics. Truly, if there is one particular field where AI could have a devastating effect, or like a fantastic effect, even without being super intelligent, that's the point. The most of the technology I'm describing, the technology changes, we can achieve that with like a moderately intelligent AI, just as smart as the smartest human. If we're capable of reproducing like extremely brilliant human minds, I'm using the Einstein analysis in one of my videos. If we can have like 10,000 Einsteins that work around the clock and basically are aligned with some humans, it is that alignment, it is that bounding with that group of humans that AI will listen or will try to serve at first, that will make a big difference. So in the case of a super intelligent AI that surpasses human intelligence, I have no clue what's going to happen. I do believe it will be capable of recognizing the value of human life, but I'm not 100% sure. It's tougher. If it's normally intelligent or slightly more intelligent than the most intelligent human, and it's trying to serve humanity, yes, there is a chance that some humans will still levy a lot of control over AI and its intelligence and its capacity to maneuver in our world, and they will make it do things that will be producing suffering. And I do believe, like at first, at least for like a good 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 years, we'll have like a bit of a dystopian. And maybe I should take the time in another video to go through that transformation, to go through the timeline. I think it actually is a great idea. But what do you think? If you're still here after 17 minutes of my video, please subscribe. And it is an important service that you're doing to me, and it will really help me to produce quality content in the future. I implore you to subscribe and to like the video and to leave a comment, please. Okay? And my next video, it's going to be about that evolution. What's between now, 2025, and 2040? You know, I want to go through a timeline. I'm gonna make a true video. Like it may be like a bit long. I'll do a script. I want to read the script. I want to go through it. Okay? So please help me by like trying to find the best way for me to do that video. What should be the timeline? Give me ideas, please, guys. Okay? I wish you a pleasant day, and please, thanks for watching, and please don't hesitate to watch my other videos. That'll help the channel a lot. Take care, guys.